Mackenzie Gray, Global News, Ottawa.
To Newfoundland and Labrador, where a fire near Labrador City, deemed fully under control earlier this week, regained momentum on Friday night and into Saturday, forcing rapid evacuation of the city's 9,600 residents from their homes, including dozens of hospital patients.
A combination of wind and humidex and temperature allowed for this fire to move from what was a 600-hectare fairly controlled fire to an over 10,000 hectare fire, moving 21 kilometers in just 4 hours. So an extremely aggressive inferno just outside Labrador City.
On Saturday, Newfoundland and Labrador Premier Andrew Furey said the fast-moving wildfires approximately 6 kilometers northwest of Labrador City, with one part only a kilometer away from the city's landfill area. Water bombers are attacking the inferno on 2 fronts, with provincial officials requesting federal assistance with evacuation and more resources. All right, now it's time for our first look at the forecast, so let's check in with weather specialist Ckws Weather. Hey, Kabir.
Thanks, Mark. Well, folks, we have some possibility here for some passing showers going into latter parts of our Sunday into our Monday before we experience a mostly sunny rest of the day on Saturday and, of course, for part of our Sunday as well. So cloud cover coming our way with a possibility for more rain for your Monday morning, even some thunderstorms for the Golden Horseshoe, Peterborough and the Kawarthas, of course, and Kingston. Now, let's talk about what that's going to impact us with in terms of timing. Overall, the majority of this rain will be centered around our Monday. Tuesday, some passing showers as well. But Saturday has been an absolutely stunning day for us. Wind-wise, though, for the most part, gusting up to 28 kilometers an hour if we're talking about Trenton, but no significant winds to really worry about. Now, as I mentioned, we're going to be seeing that rainfall impacting us mostly throughout our evening and nightfall onto our Sunday, and then eventually going into our Monday. But for this evening, Peterborough experiencing sunny skies, sitting at just about 26 as well, so enjoy that for the overnight period. And of course, for Kingston, a cooler temperature sitting at just about 12 with some of that lake effect cooling. In terms of your temperatures tonight for the Golden Horseshoe, as I mentioned, we're going to see a low of 19 as well for Toronto, going up to a high of 28 for partly cloudy skies there for Toronto as well. And as we talk a little bit about Peterborough and Kingston as well, sitting into the mid to high 20s coming your way for your Sunday.
All right, thanks a lot, Kabir. It is one of the leading causes. Ckws Weather joins us again on the desk. First off, Ckws, it's nice to work together with you. We've been like 2 ships passing in this place for a little while.
We have. Yeah, it's great to be here.
Yeah, great to have you on a weekend. Thank you for joining us. In terms of the weather, what people really want to know, I guess hot is the key term here.
Hot is the key term. And you know what? If we're talking about the east, we're going to see some gorgeous sunny skies for our Sunday, going into some rain, especially we're talking about parts of Montreal as well as for Atlantic Canada. And don't forget, we do have some wildfire situations going on there as well in Newfoundland and Labrador. Temperatures across the nation nice and warm, summertime's in full swing, and of course we are seeing a little bit of cooling from where we were this time last week along the west coast. We'll get into that, folks. I'm Ckws Weather from the SkyTracker Weather Center. Thank you so much for joining us as we take a look at our national forecast with a focus on southern Ontario. Let's start off with how much rain we really could be seeing for parts of eastern Canada. Well, that's centered around the Golden Horseshoe for the most part, as we see 2 rain systems impacting us. Now, one other thing I wanted to point out, speaking of rain, scattered showers spilling in from northern British Columbia into northern and central Alberta, eventually moving into being thunderstorms for parts of Saskatoon and for Regina, and then pushing in to western Ontario, impacting parts of Thunder Bay, going into the beginning of our week with the possibility for some heavy periods of rain as well, which of course I'm going to tell you about right now. In terms of temperatures, though, definitely more comfortable than where we were this time last week. 26 and sunny is your high for Vancouver. Edmonton 24 with those passing showers. Calgary at 21. Lethbridge at 27. And of course for Saskatoon and Regina, closer to seasonal now, sitting into the mid to low 20s with Winnipeg at 27. And of course our friends up in Churchill at 8. For today, though, over along the Golden Horseshoe, it felt very similar to what it's going to be like tomorrow. 30 for the city of Toronto, 30 for Ottawa as well. Kingston is going to experience very similar temperatures. Now, in terms of the Maritimes, Atlantic Canada as well, it'll be a hot day for your Sunday with the possibility for some rain going into latter parts of it. Now, For our Sunday evening, we're going to see some of that cloud cover start to roll in, impacting Peterborough, the Kawarthas as well. Scattered showers through your afternoon and evening, with, of course, that cloud cover and more significant rainfall going in through the overnight period, arriving into Kingston around the lunch hour. You do have the possibility there for quite a bit of rainfall. In terms of Peterborough, though, let's talk about what our next 7 days are going to look like. Your Sunday is going to be gorgeous, 26, mostly sunny skies. Monday, Tuesday is when you're going to see those rain systems that I mentioned. And then eventually, as we get into latter parts of next week, well, gorgeous sunny skies are going to be coming your way, which I'm sure are very, very welcome. Now, for tomorrow, though, for our lovely Kingston, we're looking at a gorgeous day for you. Sunny skies for your afternoon. 26 is going to be your high. For Southern Ontario tonight, temperatures going into the high teens for the most part. 19 for Toronto. Tomorrow, highs feeling closer to 30 with the possibility for, of course, some of that rainfall. And for the city of Toronto, we're going up to a high feeling almost like 30, but really it's 29. The possibility for that rain as well on your Monday and Tuesday, with thunderstorms gusting up to 45 kilometers an hour on your Tuesday, before going into a stunning weekend for next weekend as well. Mark, well, this was a beautiful evening here in the city. Temperatures feeling like the 30s, nice and warm as well. Look at this, 27 as we get into the overnight period, cooling down, going to about 18. Now, for the most part here, we're looking clear for Southern Ontario, but that changes as we get in to latter parts of the weekend, to our Sunday afternoon, and of course to our Monday. Let's talk a little bit about where things are feeling like, mostly the 30s because of this heat that we've been experiencing. But I want to pay attention now to where we're going. So as we go into part of our overnight and, of course, eventually going into our Sunday afternoon, check this out. You've got this system here that's arriving on the Golden Horseshoe, eventually going through the rest of the day. And, of course, your Monday morning, right as we're getting ready for work around 7:30, we'll see the possibility for quite a bit of rainfall here. This is a significant amount of rain, so be aware of that, dissipating by the time we get to dinner hour, leading to clearer skies and another set of rain going into your Tuesday morning as well. So definitely something to watch out for as the week comes to a start. However, for the next 7 days, expect warmer temperatures and eventually the rain moving out of the way by midweek.
All right, thanks a lot, Kabir.
News.
Kabir Bagaria joins us on the desk again for another look at the forecast. Hot, Kabir. I guess that's the main word to use here.
The main theme is that it's hot, and Toronto's going to be seeing a warm-up. The Maritime's going to be seeing a warm-up, but actually it's going to be cooling off slightly in the prairies too. So for the east, though, I would say that we are going to be warming up and heating up. A gorgeous evening for the city of Toronto, going down to 19 for the overnight period, but rain on the horizon for our day tomorrow. Folks, welcome to a look at your national forecast with a focus on Toronto. I'm Kabir Bagaria. Thanks for joining us here as we start to take a look at a couple of systems that are going to make their way up toward the Maritimes and Atlantic Canada. We've got special air quality statements in effect as well, which we'll talk about in just a moment. But the rainfall through Tuesday for eastern Canada, central Quebec, will really culminate going into our Tuesday or so. So you can see the Golden Horseshoe will get about 84 millimeters of rain, possible for quite a bit of rainfall going into your Tuesday. I'll show you what I mean. And then Atlantic Canada seeing a little bit of that as well. But we've got scattered showers for northern BC spilling into Alberta and Saskatchewan. We do have here some special air quality statements in place due to the wildfires in northern Alberta and BC as well. Now, this system here is going to eventually impact southern Saskatchewan and Manitoba toward your Sunday night going into your Monday. In terms of temperatures, though, tomorrow's going to be a lovely day on the west coast, 25 and sunny for Vancouver. Heat warning in effect for BC's interior, sitting at 36 for Kelowna, so be careful out there. As we talk a bit about Saskatchewan, 21 is your high for Saskatoon, 24 for Regina. Nice and hot in the high 20s for Winnipeg there, and just a lonely 8 degrees for Little Churchill. As we talk about Southern Ontario, though, we're at 29 for Toronto, 31 for the nation's capital, and for Montreal, Quebec City at 30, Thunder Bay at 30 as well for your Sunday. And for the Maritimes, sitting at 31 for Fredericton. Hot, hot, hot temperatures there. Be extra careful. Heat warnings are in effect there, folks. For today, though, we're sitting at 28. That's where we were for our Saturday, and frankly, our Sunday's not going to be very different. Let's break it down and see exactly where we're going to go. So as we break it down hour by hour, 28 is going to be your high, feeling a little warmer than that, which is just bang on for our normal, with a humidex feeling like 35. So be careful if you're going out tomorrow. Now, I wanted to highlight a bit of the rainfall that we're going to be seeing as we go through to Tuesday morning. You can see here the Golden Horseshoe, 86 millimeters for Toronto, 51 for Kitchener as well, and that's where a lot of the rain is going to be settled, and you can see that through that system I pointed out earlier on that's going to kind of park itself there. Now, this is ever going to be present again here through your Sunday night into your morning, so be aware of that going through your week this week as well. I didn't want you to catch that by surprise. And of course, for tonight, cooling off to 19, not really giving as much of a relief when it comes to the humidity, especially because we have rain on the way, folks. But for now, enjoy the weather while it lasts, and we'll see that rainfall tomorrow afternoon and, of course, Monday morning.
Canada got the chance to play for the bronze